Hi, my name is Francesca and I'm part of the Royal Academy Attract programme. I'm here today at the ICA just down the road from Trafalgar Square, and I'm here to interview Elmgreen Dragset about their upcoming work for the Fourth Plinth. So when did it first start?
Wasn't it about this time 2 years ago? I think.
Yeah.
Then we got to know last year, in 2011, around this time, that they actually had picked our boy on the rocking horse.
That must have been really great.
Yeah, I was in my local Tesco with a lot of shopping bags. So I was like on the phone like this, like, what? What? Oh, great. And then I had to call Ingar because he was in Mexico.
Yeah. And there are 25 sort of missed calls on my phone as I woke up in Mexico City. I had a tequila.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not allowed to say that probably then.
So can you tell me a bit about the work you've created for the plinth? And what's the significance of the title?
The sculpture depicts a small boy on his rocking horse. It's a bit in relation to the equestrian sculptures that are like here in central London, and also King George high on his horse on Trafalgar Square. So it relates to that tradition to put an authoritarian male person up on a horseback, so he looks even more serious. Thought we needed to cheer him up a bit, the old King George there, and therefore we made the boy on his rocking horse. The title derives from a whole series of works that we have done through many years, all called powerless structures and different figure numbers.
So would you consider it a playful work?
Yeah, it is, but it also has some serious layers to it, like some interpretations of this. Why do we have this tradition to put all these very serious male persons up on horsebacks if they have won a battle? Like, what do we want to say by doing that?
So that's quite nostalgic in a way.
Yeah, nostalgic in one way and hopeful in a different way, because it's also like showing a kid instead of a grumpy old man. And most of the public sculptures in public space are of serious men of a certain age. Yeah. So it's also about like maybe we should celebrate some of the generations to come, and hope that there will be a future where we don't need to have so many war monuments.
So you guys have been working together for a really long time, since 1995. What's it like for two people to be working together on one piece of art?
I guess it's less lonely than being one artist working on your own.
But like over the years, you almost grow into this two-headed monster.
Creating a piece of artwork together takes a lot of discussion in a way. But I think after 17 years now, our brains work so similarly. So, it's less of a drama now than it maybe was in the beginning.
So what do you think is the role of public art? And was that something you had to bear in mind when creating your Fourth Plinth piece?
Yeah, I guess public art can take on many roles today. I wouldn't talk about one role, and that goes for art in general. I think that it can fill many different functions depending on the situation. The great thing with the Fourth Plinth project is that it is temporary and it continuously creates debate.
Does that appeal to you, the idea that it's an ongoing project?
Exactly, instead of like that you have the responsibility for this sculpture for eternity, which would be more scary. Here it's like, well, if you don't like it, you only have to deal with it for 18 months. So, and then, and everyone are very involved in the debate. And when that is over, the next project is coming and people get involved in that. It's quite a cool program.
So to finish off, how do you think people are going to react to the work?
It's always very difficult to predict, like what people will think about it. maybe especially for those who have that kind of daily route across the square, we hope that they will get to terms with it over the time. Well, the pigeons will sit on it. Some people will hate it, and some people will have a good laugh about it. Some people will maybe reflect on some of the topics that we have tried to touch upon. But like when we did the Prater Martha store out in the desert, we also didn't know how the public would react to that. And today it's like really great that we have a situation where the kind of lorry drivers are coming along Highway 90 and they pass the store, that is this Prater store in the middle of a desert, and they stop the lorry and walk out and look at it in disbelief, scratch their head. What the fuck is going on? And they don't care about it being art or not. They just think it's really strange. And for public art, that's maybe the ideal situation, that people don't have to think art and be like appreciating it in terms of art so much, but they can just react on it in a different way, in a more immediate way.
Thank you so much for coming down to talk to us today. It's been really informative, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.